Many computers in the world, be it PCs or laptops, will definitely continue to run Windows 10 for quite some time, despite Windows 11 is officially released. This is due to Windows 11 hardware requirements. Yet, if you are afraid of keeping Windows 10 on your machine for any reason, you might consider switching to GNU/Linux-based operating system. In this video, we will try to present you your possible entry points to the world of Linux so that you can make the switch as easiest as possible. This is something quite possibly you've been accustomed to. A typical Windows 10 desktop. In the lower right-hand corner of the screen, there's your system tray area with familiar things, such as calendar and clock, language settings, volume control, networks, battery indicator, cloud synchronization, removable media, Windows security, and so on. On the left-hand side of the Windows taskbar, there are pinned apps, including Windows Explorer, while in the lower left-hand corner of the screen sits Windows Start menu. There, apps are organized in alphabetical order, and some of them are pinned as tiles on the right-hand side of the Start menu. Your desktop doesn't serve only for showing nice photos, but is also a place where you can put folders, files, or shortcuts. It's been like that for a long time in Windows. When you open a folder and then close Windows Explorer, it will again start, and not where you closed it. You will find something very similar in Linux Mint, for instance. This is Linux Mint 20.2 with a Cinnamon desktop environment. As is the case in Windows, Linux Mint Cinnamon offers a familiar desktop layout with the panel at the bottom of the screen. The icons in the system tray area are almost identical. The only difference is that the shield icon in Linux Mint represents the Update Manager app, whereas in Windows 10 it's the Windows Security Center. Again, on the left-hand side of the panel, there are pinned apps, including Linux Mint's file manager, called Nemo, which is one of the most popular in the GNU/Linux world. Linux Mint Cinnamon's Start menu takes the same position as its Windows counterpart and is neatly organized into categories, while on its left-hand side you'll find your pinned favorites. We believe it's completely self-explanatory and beginner-friendly. Of course, Linux Mint's desktop is active and works pretty much the same as in Windows 10, so again, you'll find familiar behavior there. Zorin OS is also a GNU/Linux distribution that we recommend for those who want to switch to Linux. It has a nice and clean desktop that former Windows users will instantly find familiar. Again, the Zorin OS's default layout reflects the Windows workflow with the panel at the bottom of the screen. The panel is organized in almost the same way as those in Windows and Linux Mint. It's just that some of the settings in Zorin's system tray area are grouped into the same window. The left-hand side of the panel is also reserved for pinned apps, including Zorin's default file manager, which is GNOME, Projects File, or Nautilus. In the lower left-hand side corner of the screen, there's Zorin's Start menu, which resembles the Windows 7 Start menu actually. Apps in the menu are organized into categories, while on the right-hand side of the menu you'll find places and shortcuts for some popular Zorin apps. The desktop in Zorin OS is active. You can create new folders or files there, and it's an easy way to access the system settings. And, of course, both Linux Mint and Zorin's file managers behave in a similar way to the Windows one.